So what is coconut butter? So I get this question all the time. And I've been using coconut butter since I started writing Let Them Eat Vegan, which was, that came out in 2011, I think. So I've been using it in recipes since probably about 2009 when it first came out. It was very, very new on the market. And I was so excited to start working with it because it was something completely different for vegan baking, especially, and vegan desserts. And it is particularly great in vegan desserts because it adds a lot of texture and consistency and body. So yeah, I've been using it for many, like I guess a decade now or so. And it's become more popular over the last few years, but people are very confused about coconut butter and what it is, and is it coconut oil? So think about how we have all these products made from other nuts, right? Well, coconut technically, let's start there, is not a nut. Botanically, it's not considered a nut. I think it's considered a drupe. So for people who have nut allergies, coconut is a great option for them, right, to use in recipes. And that's why I use it a lot too, is because it gives a nut-free option for people. Now, a lot of you tell me you don't want to use coconut, and that's fine, right? I understand that. And if you're in some situation where you don't want to use coconut in your cooking for health reasons, or, you know, for an allergy, whatever, it's okay. All right. I don't want to get into like arguments about it, but I think, you know, coconut has been, there's been a lot of like, I guess, controversy over it, and using coconut in small amounts in baking is generally pretty fine, right? Unless you have a health concern that you are managing and you really cannot have much in the way of any fats in your diet. Like you need a very, very low fat diet, which I totally understand. I understand the programs, so I get that. So back to what it is. It's a great nut-free alternative. And so let's think about how you have almonds or cashews, and we've seen all these products come out over the years. So almonds, they make almond meal, you get almond milk, you get almond butter. So it's kind of the same thing with coconut. Coconut is the whole meat of the coconut, the whole like flesh of the coconut is ground, pureed into coconut butter. Just like you think of almonds getting churned into almond butter, peanuts to peanut butter, cashews to cashew butter, just how we can get coconut milk. And then also the oil can be extracted. So you have, again, you can get almond oil, right? Peanut oil, all of these different extracted oils. And coconut oil is extracted from coconuts. Coconut butter is the whole food puree, the whole meat of the coconut pureed in a food well, it's not in a food processor, it's done in facilities. You can actually make it at home. I've made it at home. I do find when you purchase it, it's a smoother product. So you can make it at home if you can't find coconut butter, but it's pretty available now. And I've offered some extra information in the description above. On my site, I did a post, one of my favorite things, a post from years ago, and it's about coconut butter. So you can find it in stores. You can order it online. But if you want to make it, you can. You just use unsweetened shredded coconut and you puree it until it's really smooth. But again, I do find, you know, commercially produced products, they have machines that make it extra smooth, fine, etc. So this is one of the brands of coconut butter that I've used over the years. I'm trying to check my time. See, I'm already over 5 minutes. Here we go. This is coconut butter. Now you can see it's really dry. It's a dry, like much more dense product. And this is warm here today, so I can spoon into the coconut butter. And you can see it's quite dense and it has a dry consistency. It's not as like, say like oily and silky as like an almond butter. It's much drier. So in the winter, this is really hard and you need to either soften it in a hot water bath or over a warm oven, or sometimes I'll just take a butter knife and kind of hack into the coconut butter to take some out and then soften it for a recipe. So coconut butter is pretty magical in a lot of desserts. And I'm going to try to wrap this video up real quick now because I've already gone over 5 minutes. I've added some recipe links in my description. And if you have questions, add them now, add them after. Have you used coconut butter? What do you think of it? Do you like it? I love it. It's a very special ingredient. I don't use it in huge amounts, right? You won't see it used like in great amounts for the most part in my recipes, right? Depending on what I'm needing it for. But for special things, like special items, like an icing or a filling where you want to mimic, say, like a shortening, it works really, really well. So I'll leave it there. And I hope that gave you some interesting information to use. What is coconut butter? And give it a try sometime. I should mention, this is one of the brands I've used, Nutiva. And the other brand that's really popular that I've used is Artisana. So those are the two brands I've seen in stores. Have you seen others? Because I'm in Canada and that's what we have. But I think, depending on where you are, you may have other brands. And where, if you can add in the comments, maybe where you found it at really good prices, right? Because it's not especially cheap. Usually a jar is about $11, $12. But when you can find it on sale, especially, then pick up a jar or two and then have it in store in your pantry, right? Very useful to do. So that's it. You can check out the recipes and the links, and I'll come back with another segment soon. Let me know maybe what you'd like to talk about. I already have a couple of things in mind. Okay, have a great day, guys. Blessings to everyone. Bye.